Evening everybody, Rich here, back for part 6 of this SS Bremen tutorial, and today's focus will be the ship's boat deck superstructure, bridge wings, and if I've got time the bridge wheelhouse as well. Depending on what the time I have, I may add the remaining section of superstructure as well, but we'll see when we get there. But first what we're going to do, we're going to fly over to the ship now and start work on the boat deck superstructure. So we'll go to, I think I'll work on the right hand side, which is what I normally do. So once again though, it's another one of those symmetrical jobs, so I'll work on the right hand side and then I'll copy paste it to the other side, so it's, you know, 2 jobs in one really. So what we're going to do, we're going to go from the rows of 8 we built in part 5, which is these rows here which go inwards. These are on the boat deck of course, so they go in 8 blocks, so from there to there is 8 blocks, and then from the bottom block of the 8 we're going to build our superstructure foundations, or deck houses basically. So from this point here we're going to build a line of 15, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then out to the side one and we go 46. So I'll put the first one down and I'll measure this because I might get it wrong. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 46. And yep, that's 46, so that's fine. And then out to the side one more for the outer edge, and this will be 117. So that's the first block there. And as you can see, it's similar to what's below. So we're basically following the contour lines of the deck below, really. So this outside edge, this row here would be the same length as the outside edge of the ship. So it should be 117 blocks. But I'll measure it from the first block, and we'll just build a line freehand, and hopefully it'll be 117, but it's following the contour lines of the outside. So if that's 117, then just follow that, which really it should be because I built it. So yeah, but I build this freehand anyway and measure it up, and when I get there we shall see. So where are we? We are right by it, right by where the deck narrows up to there, and that should be 117, and it is 117, so that's absolutely fine. So that outside edge, as you can see, it follows the contour lines over there. As you can see, it follows the contour lines down to here, end of the 117, and then at the end of the 117 we go in one block, sorry, and this will be the first block of the next row, and that is 45. So once again, following the contour lines, I'll measure it, but so it should be 45. I won't bother counting it because I'm just measuring against the side. And there we are, where it narrows again, and that should be 45, and yep, that's 45. And then one more line, we go in one block, so that's the first block, following the contour lines again. Well, actually we're not, we're actually doing something different. So this row here is different, it'd be 30 blocks, and I don't think it follows the contour line, so we'll go with it anyway. So that's 1 block, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And that falls just 1 block short of the end of the deck there. So this is the only wall that doesn't follow the contour lines. So there we go, that's the side wall done there, or the foundations anyway. So what we're going to do now is increase it to 4 blocks high. So that's 4 blocks high like that, and just increase it all to 4 blocks high. Using welded it because I can cheat this way. Set quartz. And do the same for the next row. The same for the next row. Up to there. And then for the next row as well. And then finally, oh shit, wrong one, up to this point here. Now this will connect to this wall here which we built in part 5, but this one here will remain 3 blocks high, whereas the section we're building now is 4 blocks high. So as you can see, this section is 4 high, the original section here will remain 3 blocks high. This is the area where the decks change in height, which is confusing when you look at it, but when it's all built it'll look fine, so don't worry about it too much at the moment. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do a quick copy paste, copying this side to the other side. So just bear with me a second. So I'm just copying the walls over. So basically everything we built on this side needs to be built on that side, and well, it should all be done and fine there. But I'm just going to use World Edit to copy paste it just to save a bit of time. I'm going too far. I just want to get the right tools available. I'm going to actually put a coloured block there so I can know where the middle is. So there's the centre. We do copy, flip to the right, RIGHT, and then we paste it. And there we go, that's the other side done. So that is all fine, and I've just realised I've made a big mistake. I only copied it as 3 high, so I'm going to have to add a line across the top. No, I don't. I can cheat and do a better way. Go to there again. I'll copy it again. Copy. Flip to the right. And instead of pasting it, I shall stand on this block and then paste it. No, that didn't work either. Shit. Alright, okay. So yeah, I copied the deck as well, which really doesn't help. Right, so what I'm going to do is do all this freehand. Sake. Or just use World Edit. Right, that's a better way of doing it. Do use World Edit. Where's the set quartz there? Right. There's always a problem when you try to record things live. Everything's recorded live, but when you're trying to do it quickly, everything goes to tits up, doesn't it? Right, so apologies for all the delays, but these things happen. And normally I'll just start the video again, but as I'm so far into it now, I don't want to. Right, there we go. Right, there we go. Right. So that's both sides now done. Yep, that's fine. And I'm going to fly to the back end again. No, hang on. Yeah, fly to the back end again and join the 2 halves together, because there's a wall that goes across the back. So we'll just sort that out. God, this flying's a pain in the ass. Right. So yeah, we'll go from the bottom and just build all the way across to join the 2 sides together. So this is basically the back wall. Like so. And then increase that to 4 high as well. Up to there. Set quartz. And there we go. So you can see the back wall is all done. And you can see from this end, you can see the contour, well not the contour, but the curvature of the walls. The ship gets wider very slightly. But anyway, we'll fly back to the front end now. And the next job we need to do is from the ends of the rows of 8 on either side. We're going to add a row of blocks here, or add a block there rather, so we increase that end block to 4 high. I'm trying to work out what I'm supposed to be doing here, because this is a bit confusing. So bear with me a second. Yep, that's fine. Right, so that 1 block there's fine. So we go 1 block below that to this block here, and we just build across the width of the superstructure to connect to the other side, because this is now a separating wall. So it separates the front, separates this front section from the back section here. So that's 1 block high, and then we just double that to 2 high. So this basically would be the end of the deck that will go here. So just get this all done like that. So there we go. There's the separating wall. Excuse me. So what we want to do now is add the deck to this back section here. Now the deck will actually sit along the top line of the white blocks here. So the deck will be sat along here like that. So it goes all the way from this line here all the way to the back wall. So I'm just going to use the fill tool again for this. So I shall stand here and use fill, which is fill wood 300. Let's see how long this takes. 7,000 blocks roughly. There we go. That's the deck filled in. And as you can see, the deck ends there at this row here, and then this section here will be 1 block lower. So the deck in this area will sit along this line here. So it was confusing when I built this originally because of the shape of the area on the ship. But after a bit of examination, it all works out quite fine. I'm just going to fly to the back end and make sure the deck is all in place. So bear with me a second on this. So yep, the deck's all in place down here. As you can see, the decking is all in place and all looking nice and neat. I will also point out while I'm here, I've also added the doors and windows to the promenade section here. So we've got doors and windows all the way along and underneath the overhang here. I will point out I made a mistake when I was going along here. When I explained it earlier on in the tutorial that I build windows 2 blocks apart and put a door or whatever, but these ones are 1 block apart. I didn't realise this until I got halfway along and thought, sod it, I'll carry on. It's nothing structurally wrong. It's just the pattern of the windows. That's the only thing. I mean, I always say you place the windows however you want them. It's just the way I've done them. So it's not a disaster. It's just the way that I've spaced the windows out. On this area, though, the windows are spaced out how I explain them. But just down here, they're hidden away anyway because they're inside the superstructure. But yeah, it's just the way I've sort of got too involved in what I was doing and didn't realise what I was doing. But never mind. It's not a disaster. It's not structurally. It's just a pattern. All right, so there's nothing to worry about. Right, so we'll fly to the front end again. And what we're going to do is add the deck to this section now. So we'll go to the front wall of the superstructure in this area, so that the deck will sit along the top line of these blocks here, the top line of the white section. And because of the difference in height, you've only got a 2 block gap here, so you haven't got no headroom. So that's the only issue with this area. But it's not a massive disaster. I mean, it's not a big area that we're losing, so it's not a disaster. But it's only this area up to this point anyway. So from that front portion to this back wall here is the only section that has that problem. So I'm going to use the fill tool again. So I'll stand here and use fill. There we go. Just get rid of that block under there, and there we go. That's that deck added there. And the ship should look something like that. So it's all taking shape a bit more now. Now, what is causing this shadow here on the side? It's gone black for some reason. Really don't like it when it does this. Let's just try and get rid of it. Oh, there we go. Don't know why it does that. Look, it's still there. Look. What if I use that? Oh, there we go. It's gone now. Don't like using potions though, but never mind. So yeah, that is that section done now. And like before, with all my other ships, you can start adding the doors and windows to this section along the side. Can't remember the pattern I used, but I'm just looking in the distance and I can't make out what I've done. So, you know, do the usual thing. You know, 2 window or a window or 5 windows, a door, 5 windows, door, 5 windows, door. It's up to you how you want to do it. I'll leave it open to interpretation. So that's that section of the superstructure done. So what we're going to do now is work on the bridge wings and the beginning of the bridge deck base. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to the front wall of this deck now. So this lower deck here. So we go from the front block here, which will go on the wood block, so that block there. And we're going to count back to the 7th block back. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. And build on the 7th. So you got 7th block back on the wood. And then you're going to increase this wall to 7 wide, so that's 3 either side. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can see it's symmetrical on both sides. So that's a 7 wide wall. And then either side you're going to want to build a row of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2 rows of 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then 2 rows of 2. So 2 and 2. And then is it 3 back? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think it's 3 back. Sorry, I'm just getting confused. And then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So yeah, it's 2, 2, and then 3 back, and then 4. And then from here, you're going to go about 10 or 11 blocks, depending on how you work this out. So it should be about 10 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 10 blocks to connect to that back wall here. So that is how that should be, like that. So it's a bit confusing how I built it, because it will confuse me a bit, because I thought it went 2, 2 out and then 2 back, but it doesn't. It goes 3 back. So that's what confused me. I'll explain it better on this side. So on this side, you want a row of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2 rows of 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then 2 rows of 2, 2, 2. And then 3 back. 1, 2, 3. and then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that. And that is the base of our bridge deck. Just bear with me a second. Right, so what we're going to do now is increase the height of the actually the back wall first. So we're going to the back wall, and where it is here, there's a bit of a curve to do. So if we go to where the side wall of 10 connects to this wall here, put a block there. Actually, increase this to 3 high there. So that's 3 high, and put another pillar in the side like that. So it's like that. I'll do the same on the other side. So it's a 3 high there, and then another 3 high like that. And then you just want to build along this deck here. So from this block here, build a line of blocks to connect that wall together. So this is just how it is on the prototype. So we just build across like that, and then increase that to 3 high, of course. Like so, and that's the back wall done there like that. So it looks a bit silly because you got the lip underneath, this lip here, but once it's all covered up it won't really matter. So that is that section there. So that's a 3 high wall, but the side walls will be 4 high, but that'll be explained in a bit. So now we've got to add the bridge wings. Before we add the bridge wings, we've got to increase the height of this front wall. Actually, the front wall, that wall, that wall, that wall, that wall. Actually, increase all the walls to 3 high. So from the front wall all the way around to the side, increase them to 3 high. This will make it a bit easier. So increase it to 3 blocks high. Same with the sides. So that's one side. I'm just going to use Weld Edit to copy and paste it just to save a bit of time. There we go. That's all done there. So that's now all increased in height to 3 blocks high, as you can see. So what we're going to do now is on the front wall, which is 7, I'm going to increase that to 4 blocks high. So that's now 4 blocks high like that. And then what you want to do is from the back wall here, you're going to want to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of 4 out to the side. So you build the first row like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And the next row, 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, the first row of 4 is the same as the section below it, but the second row of 4 is 1 block longer than the next row below it. And then it'll just carry on rows of 4. So that's 2 rows of 4, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6. That's 6 rows of 4 out to the side like that. And then at the end of that last row of 4, you want to build a row of 3, so 1, 2, 3, and then 2 like that. So that's the widest point of the bridge wing. And then out to the back of that, you want to build 2 back, so 2 back like that, and then 2 back again, like that, and then 2 inwards, so you go 2 in like that, and then you want 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that will connect to the rest of the superstructure. So there we go. That is the first bridge wing. Can't really tell the design from where it is, but that is bridge wing number 1. Let's do the same on the other side. So we do 6 rows of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 6 rows of 4. Then you want a row of 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 2, 1, 2. And then 2 back, and 2 back again, 2 in, and then 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go, that's connected to the rest of the superstructure. And that is the bridge wing done like that. And then from behind the bridge wing, where it attaches to the rest of the superstructure here, you just build, or increase the height of the wall to 4 high. So just this small section between the bridge wing and the back wall, increase that to 4 high. Same on this side, just increase this small section to 4, And there we go, that is that section all sealed off. And it looks something like that. And then what you want to do is for the bridge wings, add the deck. The deck of the bridge wings, of course, goes at the same height of the bridge wing. So just add the wood decking to this point here. I'm stuck. So that's the first bridge wing. So what you want to do is just fill in this whole section with the wood blocking, wood decking. Sorry, from this end to that end. I use the fill tool for this, so bear with me. There we go. That's all filled in, and there we go. That's the deck all done, or the bridge wings all done. And the wheelhouse of the ship will sit on top of this deck, so that'll be done. Might do it in a bit, but we'll see. So that is that section done. So we've got a fair. Well, it's only a small portion done so far today. So we've got the superstructure here on the boat deck, and then the bridge wings. So yeah, we can do a bit more. So what I'm going to do, I should do a jump cut while I do a bit more measuring, and writing down some more notes, and we'll work on the next phase. So back in a bit. Okay, back again. Now we've done a bit more measuring and writing down a few more notes, and now the next job we're going to do is the ship's wheelhouse and also the top superstructure, which will sit, well, behind the bridge area. So what should we do first? Let's do the area behind the bridge area first. So we've got the bridge deck here, and what we're going to do, we're going to go to the area behind the back wall here. So we've got the bridge deck there, wall here, and go to the centre block. I've already put a marker down just to get myself ready for this. So we're going to centre block, and again leave a single block gap, and then start building. So you've got a single block gap between the wall of the bridge deck and the wall of this second phase of superstructure. So there we go, got a single block there, and then this wall is going to be 17 wide. What's that? That's 8 either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'll double check that to make sure that is 17, because I know my maths are pretty atrocious. And yet that's 17. That's 17 wide. And at each end you want to build 2 and 2. So 2 out and 2 out. I'm just reading my notes while I do this at the same time, so I'm probably, I don't know, building something else while I'm doing it. So yeah, it's 2 out and 2 out. Now I'm going to work on the right hand side and do the right hand side, and then I can just copy paste it to the other side. This is symmetrical on both sides, so don't have to worry. So from that 2 you're going to want to build a row of 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then out 1, and we build 18. 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then 19. Out 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Like that. So that's the widest point of this section of the wall. The wall is sort of, it wiggles. It goes outwards and then inwards, and then further down it goes outwards and then back in again. It's a funny shaped wall. But this is what we're going to do. So this is the 19, and this is the widest point of this half of the wall. So from the end of the 19 you want to go inwards by 1 and build 2 like that, and then brush the cobwebs off my head, and then you want to build a row of 71. That's 7 1 blocks. So you start here, build a row of 71. So I'm going to use, well, I did it to measure it, so I measure from there and then build it freehand and measure it as I go along. So it should be 71. How many is that? That's 40, so halfway. That is 62. That's 70 and 71, like that. So there we go. There's the row of 71. And then we want a row of 3 after that. So 1, 2, 3. And then you want a row of 29. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So there we go. There's the 29. So that's the widest point again. So you can see it bows out, bows in, and bows out again. And now we've got a bow it back inward again. So that was the 29. And now we want a row of 19. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And then a row of 2. Like that. I just double check my notes to make sure, and yep, that is fine. So that's the foundations of our wall so far. I'm going to use Well, I'm not going to use weld edit for it just yet, but that's the foundation. So what I'm going to do, I shall increase it in height now. No, actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to use weld edit to copy it first. I'm going to copy and paste it to the other side. So bear with me a minute while I do this, because there's a little job I've got to do before I increase the height of all the walls. So this will be a quick job to do. So like I said, I'm just going to quickly copy paste it. Where's the centre block there? So go to there, go copy, flip, flip to the right. Hang on, I'll do the copy again because I made it wrong. Right, copy, and then we flip it, and then we paste it. Typical, isn't it? Right, copy to there, and we go copy again, flip it again, then we paste it. There we go, that's both sides done now. Right, after all that farting about, I've got it done. Right, so that's both sides done. That's the foundations of this section of superstructure. Now what we're going to do is fly to the back end, and there's going to be a sort of docking bridge / bridge wings design to come up. So what we're going to do is at the back here, got to build a line across the back to join the two halves together. So we build all the way across to join it across that like that. So there's the walls all in place, or the foundations at least. And then what we want to do is increase the height of this back wall to 6 high. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and just increase it in height all the way across. So make it 6 high all the way across. Using weld edit if I can. Set quartz. Like so. So there we go. That's all six high all the way across. And then from the top block, this one here, you're going to want to build out. Hang on, bear with me a second. Right, so yeah, just looking at my notes. So at the top here, this block here, you want to build outwards 11 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then you want to build 2 forward. So forward point, we go 2 and 2. So this is building forward towards the front of the ship. So it's 2, 2 out. And you want to build 2 forward like that. And then 2 again, 2 and 2. So basically you're creating a curve like that. And then what you want to do is from here you want to build 10 back inwards again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that should be directly above the foundations of the wall below. So just go down and connect it to, or build down and connect it to the foundations like so. So there you go, there's the sort of bridge wing design. So I do the same on the other side. So what it was 11 out, wasn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then 2, 2. And then 2 forward. And then 2 and 2. And then 10 back towards the centre. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then connect to the foundations below. And there we go. There's the sort of bridge wings design thing all in place. So what you're going to do now is the area between the back wall and the front pillar here is just increase in height to 5 high. So when you come to add the decking above, it will just sit on top of this wall. So increase this one to 5 high, like so, and the same on the other side. There we go, that's that. And then every area, or all the walls forward of this point, so from this pillar forward, increase to 6 high. So use weld edit at my disposal. And use set quartz again to there. Another lovely job this is, especially when you don't know what when I don't know what I'm doing. Diddly dee diddly dee. I'm gonna do a bit of freehand because it takes too long. So what I do, I think I'll just do the one side. And then I'll do the copy paste, otherwise I'll be here all day doing this. And the last thing you want is to hear me rabbiting on about how bad things are. To be fair, I could have done the whole thing copy pasted, but I thought better of it. and then across the front wall into there, and there we go. That's one side done now. One side is now 6 blocks high. So what I'm going to do, I do a quick jump cut while I copy and paste to the other side. So back in a second. Okay, back again. Now I've managed to copy paste both sides together now. So now at the back end where those sort of aft bridge wings are. It looks a bit suggestive from this angle, but hey ho, there we go. So what we want to do now is, like before, just add the deck. So we'll go to the bridge wing areas, well, this aft bridge wing, and just add the decking along this line of the white blocks. So basically the white blocks will sit along the top line, or the wood blocks rather will sit along the top line of the white blocks, like so, all the way forward. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sit on this block here and use the fill tool again. So fill wood 300 and something like that, and the decking should all fill in. There we go. There we are. So there's all the decking added, and it should look something like that. As you can tell, the decking sits in the same height as the top bridge wing, and there we go. So I shall fly all the way forward now because we've got the deck, that deck all in place, and it is, yep, that's all filled in, so that's all fine. That is that section all done. Right, so now what we want to do is to start with the ship's wheelhouse. So what we want to do is the bridge wings on the bridge deck, this is the forward section, where the bridge wings curve outwards and then curve back inwards again, they reattach to the foundations of the wall here. So we go from this corner block where the bridge wings come back in, from this corner block here, we're just going to build a wall around the edge of the bridge wings, all the way around the edge, and then round to the other side. So up to that corner there we go. So that's the bridge wings increased in height, basically. So from behind this point, so where the wall rejoins there, behind the wall around the edge, it's just going to be iron bars, but we'll add them later on. They're not important at the moment, but what I mean is the iron bars will go across here like this, but they're not really that important at the moment. So for the bridge wheelhouse, it's a very simple design, nothing really special. We're going to go from the centre block, and we're going to add 5 windows. So if I just remember how this goes, I think we had a window there, a window there, and a window there, and then a window there and a window there. So it's 5 windows. I can't remember if they're 2 blocks high or 3 blocks high or 1 block high. Bear with me, I'm just going to fly over and have a check because I haven't written that down. Wish I didn't build this thing so far away now because it takes a long time to fly over here. Oh, that's fine. Yep, there's only 1 block high, so that's what we wanted to do. Fly all the way back now. That bow looks quite stubby, doesn't it? I said the bow looks quite chunky there, but here it looks quite stubby. But imagine it's all the detailing we've not added yet. Never mind. Right, so here we are, back at the bridge again. So centre block, put a window, and then you want to put 2 either side, spaced by a single block. So you got 5 windows. Like that, and then what you want to do is put a block in between, like so, and then 1 at either side, like that. So that's the width of the bridge of the wheelhouse. And then for the side blocks, or the side walls rather, you just want to build a line of 21. So it's basically going to connect, well, basically go right up to the edge of the back wall. So we go 21. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So basically right up to the edge of the back wall there. So do the same on the other side, so it's 21. Don't really need to count it, but we'll just build it straight all the way to the back, like so, and then join them across the back, like so. And then just increase in the height to 3 high, so up to 3 high. So now this back wall here, where I've just increased it to 3 high, may be demolished in a minute. So we're focusing primarily on the side walls for the minute. So I'll increase the side walls to 3 high, and then the front wall. So I use the quartz tool, just increase that to 3 high there, and the same on the other side. So there we go, there's the side walls done. And then of course across the front as well, just add a wall or a line of blocks across the top of all the windows up to there like that. And now what I was explaining here at the back is this back wall here. Don't demolish it just yet, because what we're going to do is the superstructure we built a minute ago, this section here, on the outside is you've got the 17 long wall there, and you've got 2 and 2 out to the side. So the front block of this section here, you're just going to add 2 blocks there, and the next row along add 2 blocks as well, and then the next row along add 2 blocks as well. So it's basically sort of that design. And then these blocks here, demolish that one, that one, that one, and that one, and then put wood blocks in that gap there like that. So it's basically, as you can see, it's the area behind the section here. You've got a single block gap, that row of 17, which is the front wall, and then the 2 and the 2 out to the side. Just build and add an extra 2 on that row, an extra 2 on the next row, and an extra 2. And I'll do the same on the other side. So at the top here, it's just with the top. You don't need to worry about anything below. It's just the top row. So build 2 there, 2 there, and then 2 again. And then get rid of that block, that block, that block, and that block. And then fill in with wood blocks. And then the top row, we remove all of that, like so. And then what you want to do is connect this wall, or these edges, to the back of the bridge like that, like so. And then the same here, connect like that. And then the wall that we're going to be demolishing, we're just going to demolish the top row. So between the 2 side walls, you've got this back wall here. Just demolish the top 2 row, or just demolish the top row, the single top row. Demolish that, and then the area in between, you just fill in with wood blocks. So it's basically connecting, making it all one deck house basically. So we'll fill in with wood blocks, try not to do too much, like so. And then we add the wood blocks across the top there. As you can see, it sort of flows into one building, but really it is 2 because of the area underneath. So that is how that should look. And then the rest of the bridge, you just fill in with wood blocks. So from the front to the back of the bridge, you just add wood blocks. So I shall stand here and use the fill tool again. And there we go. So there we are. That is the bridge wheelhouse all done. And you can see it's connected up. It looks a bit weird, but once it's all connected up, it'll look fine. Of course, you've still got the single block gap behind here. It's just got a cover over it now. It's just sort of a canopy, and it looks something like this. So that is how that should look. So the ship looks a bit odd, but yeah, it doesn't look too bad at the moment. So like I said before, though, with the area on the boat deck, the first area we built, you can start adding the doors and windows there. The next superstructure section up here, if you looked on the prototype when I was over there, there's actually black lines and black dashes all over the place on this section here. So I'll leave this for now and explain it in the next video, because it's well, we're running out of time at the moment because we're over half an hour now. So I'll leave this wall here blank on both sides, and then I'll explain what to do on the next video. For the wheelhouse, we're going to add add a couple of windows. So I put a window there, cut a hole there, and add a door or 2. We put a door there and a door there. Get the window back, and then we add another window or 2, or 3 if you like, along the side. So there you go. Just a few windows and a couple of doors. You could do the same on the other side. So put a window there, a door or 2 there, and then a couple of windows. There we go. That's the bridge wheelhouse pretty much done. So yeah, all the things I just explained about the windows, we'll worry about that in the next part, because we're running out of time really. But that is a good chunk of the ship's superstructure done. There's still a bit more to go on top, because they got the supports for the funnels, but they'll be for another day, so we'll worry about that then. Anyway, this is Rich signing off, logging off and disappearing, and I shall return. Can't remember what part we're on to now. Is this part 5 or 6? I can't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But anyway, this is me disappearing, and I shall return in the next part, and I'm not really sure what the next part will consist of. But anyway, I'll explain all the windows, and we'll probably work on the funnel supports, and a few other details as well. There's still, like I said, still plenty more to do, but yeah, we'll worry about it then. But anyway, this is me disappearing, and I shall return in the next part, so bye for now.